Hello, and welcome to Waffly Bollocks, the wrestling podcast where we will never, ever, 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 ever accept double main event is a thing. I'm MJ, aka Wrestle Trash, and my co-host is Sarah, aka Waffly Waffly. Hello!
Hiya!
Hello!
They're just doing it to make us angry at this point.
Literally.
Double main event. Get fucked.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding? Shut up, double main event. My eye.
It's just like, oh man, can I just find the rant from last time and copy and paste it?
Oh,
We're not having the women as the actual main event. Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah. It's just... The thing is, right, because some people were obviously chatting about this today, and it's like... But someone did point out that the majority of Darby versus Rush was in the overrun. And the overrun is a spot where the ratings tend to just drop off at the end of the show.
Sure.
So,
well, it drops off because nobody wants to watch Darby. That's my interpretation of the data. Data supports it, I would say.
Well, you know, but really, for television, the main event is a lot of the time the first match on the card, which is why they always open with a banger. So, but then if you're saying that, okay, fair enough. So put the women on first.
Yeah, I was going to say, so how many times has that been
Doesn't
a women's
happen
match?
often.
No.
Hard
still can't
mode.
win. He can't
Hard
win.
mode
Can't
for
win.
Tony Khan would be put the women on first and don't put Tony or Mercedes in the match.
Oh my God. Impossible.
Yeah.
I hope Mercedes is coming back and ready to work.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mercedes, I saw her last weekend. That was very exciting.
Yeah.
She came to Wolverhampton to RevPro High Stakes, and she was defending 2 of her remaining belts, one of which was Scottish and one of which was Scandinavian. Of some description. Yeah, and she...
Apologies, I cannot remember at all. What
No. She fought Alexis Falcon because she had won the... Oh, I don't know what it was. Was it a gauntlet or something to be the one to face Mercedes?
Yeah.
And Alexis Falcon won, and she was a proper little shithouse and was the most obnoxious and a pure delight.
So
and I love her.
obnoxious. Oh, I love her. I love her so much.
I love her. That promo that they did with her in the castle was wonderful.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, because I watched both shows live this weekend. I actually managed to watch both shows live, which is rare for me.
Yeah, it's an accomplishment.
Yeah, because I'm
You have to
usually
do with all that Andy commentary.
Oh, bless him. Why does he sound vaguely upset every time when he's on commentary? He just sounds vaguely upset, and I want to be like, are you okay, Andy?
He's probably just like genuinely stressed.
Probably that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Maybe I'm just hearing the stress in his voice.
Yeah.
Bless him.
You should get to the end and relax and be like, it's fine, the show's done now. But
yeah.
But yeah. So we had Mercedes on Saturday, and we also had the Demand fighting the Flying Bryants, which was such a party match. I had such a fun time with that.
It was very fun.
Delightful.
Yeah.
There was a moment where Toa Leona picked up Leland Bryant in one hand and just like walked around with him like he was a bag of shopping. And then he managed to pick up all 3 of them and do a triple Samoan drop. And I was like, this is delightful. I could watch these big guys just murdering our tiny guys all day, every day.
Incredible. Yeah.
Stuff.
It's so fun. Again, it's another thing where it's like, I've seen the Gates of Agony go from where they were in the beginning to where they are now, and it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
It's so fun getting to see people progress, and I always say that. I've said that many a time on here, but I just love seeing it. They sort of went from this kind of jobber tag team to a pretty big faction, I would say, in AEW. Even though there's 3 of them, pretty big trio at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool, and that match was so good as well. It was super fun,
really fun. I thought like Leland got to show out, and he often feels like the less featured one of the three. He's the youngest and the smallest, but like he was doing so much in that match, and I really had fun with it.
Yeah.
We had a surprise man like Doris in the road to, what is it? What, I can't remember what they call it. Revolution Road to Wembley.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I don't remember what the specific things is now. But it was supposed to be Ricky Souza, but when we got to the venue, they said he'd had travel issues, and so they would find a local talent to step in to fight Michael Oku, and so there was lots of speculation, and then when Man Like Doris's music hit, just pure joy in the whole building, everyone just having a party.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, I love Man Like Doris. He's
Me
great.
too.
I love seeing him on like RevPro and stuff, but I do hope he gets scooped up, ideally, not the Fed. I mean, like, good for him getting paid if he goes there, but I would love to see, because he's turned up in like AEW and Ring of Honor a few times at this point. And it's like, I would just love to see him have matches with like literally everybody in that company. Like,
yeah. Well, he's been mostly over in like Progress and TNT and things, and doesn't show up in RevPro very much because I think he's a little bit silly for Andy's taste. So it was really fun to see him, and he did say in the post-show reactions that he intends to be back for more, so fingers crossed that he is. And then, yeah, like you say, that it was a whole Midlands weekender, because that was the show on Saturday in Wolverhampton, and then on Sunday there was a show in Coventry, which was supposed to be one of their normal shows, but was, I think,
big.
for my money, better than the Wolverhampton one.
Really?
More matches and better matches. Obviously no Mercedes, which was a shame. But we did have Alex Windsor there to defend the RevPro Undisputed Women's Championship in her first defence since she won it off of Mercedes in December in Manchester, wasn't it? On AEW. Yeah. And she fought Sapphire Reed, and Sapphire Reed is amazing, and I fully expected Sapphire to win.
I
was gutted when she didn't.
Yes, I was like, no,
come on, belt up Sapphire. What are you doing? Come on. But it turns out that Andy had something up his sleeve, because Sapphire didn't win, but after the match, Alex Windsor got on the microphone and said that she's obviously going to America to appear in AEW, but RevPro is her home, and she intends to be back more often and be a fighting champion. And she said, I'll defend this belt anytime against anyone. And who should appear?
Windsor, what are you doing?
My heart just exploded. So Alexis Falcon showed up and was like, anytime, anywhere. She did this whole thing of like, Windsor, you and I are a lot alike. We've got basically the same first name, which made me laugh a lot. She's ridiculous and I love her. She goaded Windsor into giving her a match there and then, which that never happens.
No, because normally they go, oh, nah. Like, normally that doesn't happen at all.
But that's because normally the talent isn't running off to America to not be in your promotion anymore. So
true.
Yeah, I kind of suspect that for all her words about coming back to RevPro more often, she might not, because
it's
she
a hell
then
of a
went
schedule,
on to lose. It is, yeah. But yeah, she lost to Alexis Falcon. So Alexis Falcon is now perhaps the most decorated woman in British wrestling.
Love that.
Incredible.
Love that for her. Yes, queen.
She's currently the Progress champion as well as the RevPro champion.
Brilliant.
So she is the British female wrestler.
Love
Amazing.
That. Love that. But yeah, that was so fun. Like, because you sort of, because you get promos like that sometimes, and someone jumps in the ring and they have a bit back and forth, and then the heel will go, oh, actually, no, never mind. But no, she was there. She was ready to have the match, and so was Windsor. And unfortunately, it didn't go in Alex's favour. But yeah, I can understand that, like,
Yeah.
that's a hell of a sort of schedule to be sort of going back and forth every single week and also working, like, another company over here as well and then having to fly back out again. I wouldn't be able to keep up with that.
I wouldn't fancy it. It was just so unexpected because that just isn't how things normally work. And I was so prepared for new champion Sapphire Reed that I was like, we got to the end of that match and I was like, well, I guess it is her first defense of the title, so I guess maybe it makes sense that she wouldn't drop it immediately. And then she did.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Wonderful.
Super fun though. Super fun. That whole
So
show
fun.
was great. The whole weekend was really good. I had
Really
a lot
fun.
of fun.
Yeah, because then we had the Gates of Agony for Lycos Gym, and that was another,
Yeah.
like, big guys throw around little guys. I loved all the stuff at the beginning of that with, like, Lycos 2 making out that they were scared to get in the ring with him and stuff, and then they just threw him around.
They did. They just spent a good 10 minutes just chucking him about, and it was really fun. Thing is, they're so good at being chucked about as well. It was fantastic.
Bouncy boys.
Bouncy boys.
Yeah. And Ricochet fought Michael Oku, and then in the post show reactions again, they dropped that the three of them are intending to come back to RevPro for the Trios Grand Prix shows and compete in that. I'm like, they just keep coming back. What's happening here?
Clearly they're having fun
happy
over
to have
it.
them.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. But I thought when Ricochet fought Nino Bryan at whenever it was it anniversary or something, I thought that was going to be the one and only time that we saw him in RevPro, and it's like, no, he's back again.
Clearly he's having a fun time. Bless him.
And the other thing that I need to talk about RevPro before we move on is One Called Manders did a gigantic heel turn, only some of which was broadcast because they stopped the feed.
They did. I was like, because he had the title match, didn't he?
Yes, he fought Jay Joshua.
Manders
in
and
the main
Jay
event of High Stakes.
Yeah, on the Saturday, fucking great match, really good. They slapped the shit out of each other. It was brilliant. Big meaty men slapping meat. And then, yeah, it was because he was a bit, Manders seemed a bit grumpy after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on the
and
Sunday...
he shouted something at a fan. He shouted something like... He was all kind of doing his usual Manders shtick of like, you know, thank you all or whatever. But he was like, except you can piss off. And then just stormed out. And everyone was like, oh my God, what did that guy do? What happened? What pissed him off?
Manders got beef with that one guy specifically.
Yeah. Yes. And then, and then on... Well, I want to know what you saw on the feed. What happened on Sunday?
Okay, so the tag match was Cowboy Way versus the Young Guns, wasn't it?
Yes.
And the Young Guns won because, of course, I can't see them dropping them titles till like Wembley. And so they beat the Cowboy Way, and the Cowboy Way just started beating the shit out of like the contenders round the outside. And then it just cut off. Like, there was no explanation for it. They just went mental on these kids.
No.
Yeah.
So my friend Charlie is the biggest Young Guns Northwest Strong fan out there. And if Young Guns are on a show, you will be able to hear her. Like, if there is a woman screaming in support of Young Guns, it'll be Charlie.
I think,
match,
there was a distinct, loud woman's voice yelling.
So in that match, she was doing her usual thing, like, you know, go on, Luke, or whatever. And then at one point, Manders was on his knees for some reason, and he just turned around to her and went, piss off, bitch. And it was like a red mist descended, and I just started screaming at him. I was like, you do not. I was so in the moment. I was just like, fuck you cowboy twat.
Amazing. I love that.
I'm so well behaved.
Reminds
like,
me.
No.
No, see, this is a long-standing tradition, though, in wrestling, is that there has been known to be women in the crowd who will go absolutely fucking mental at heels, and I fucking love it. It's delightful.
It was me. But in context, I think as well, it kind of clicked like, oh, that actually wasn't just like someone had genuinely pissed him off last night. He was sowing the seeds of he's doing a heel turn. So he, after the match, after beating up the contenders, he like got on the microphone and was shouting abuse at everybody and was like bouncing off the ring and like yelling at everyone. And then they got up on the stage and was shouting at Dave and Andy. He was like, and you're fucked. You're all fucked. Everyone in RevPro is super fucked. And that's the fucking cowboy way, and like drop the mic and storm
amazing
out.
Oh, good they didn't put that on camera. Oh,
well, I wonder if when they put the stream up, maybe some of it will be back there, because I was on Twitter and I could see so many people being like, oh my god, what like terrible fans this weekend, like they pissed off Manders on Saturday night, and then like it looks like somebody got in his face on Sunday and he was really upset.
No,
and I was
like, not people thinking the work was for shootsies. No,
they did. They thought it was for shoots. So fun times all round.
Brilliant.
But yeah, I think I was expecting to not really enjoy that match because I was again hoping / expecting that the women's title defense would be the main event.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. So then there was part of me that was just like, well, fuck this. I'm furious. I'm just going to sit here with my arms crossed, disapproving of you. You should have pointed directly at Andy and gone, yeah, you. Disapprove of you specifically. But instead, that match was so intense. Like, Luke was bleeding all over everything. I think he just dripped all over all of our shoes. I was just this is not okay.
Oh, no. It was a cracking match. Really, really enjoyed it. Young Guns are so good. They're so good. I mean, Cowboy Way are great as well, but like, those lads. Yeah. Good lads. It remains to be seen if they can make me care about an FTR match, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, we're past them. I'm with them. I am past the point of just not wanting to engage at all anymore. Like, I can sit and appreciate it for what it is. I think I've just settled with the fact that it's like their style of doing things just isn't for me. Really,
yeah.
So I'll never be that invested, but also at the same time, it's fine, Yeah. And I think it'll be a good match, though. Like, even saying that, I think it'll be a really good match because, like, they're gonna fucking big league him to hell. What would be lovely is if they put them over, but I kind of think they're gonna have to, because if the Young Guns still have the RevPro tag titles, then the match is for the titles. So either Young Guns need to drop them, but I'm not sure who they would drop them to at this point, or FTR will have to put over Young Guns, or the unthinkable option is FTR become RevPro tag titles.
All FTR all the time.
But I can't really see that happening. I can't see them popping over all the time.
It depends if if they drop the tag titles to Cope and Christian or potentially the Bucks, if they drop to either of them, they might go away for a bit.
How would we ever get rid of them?
Well, they're gonna have to put someone over eventually. They can't just hold on to the things indefinitely. But but saying that, it would be lovely if the Young Guns beat them. I think that'd be nice. That'd be really good for them, especially.
It would.
Like, I would love to see that, but it remains to be seen. Whether that will happen. It does
remain to be seen. Well, we'll find out on August Bank Holiday weekend.
Indeed we will. Oh no, does this also mean, like, because I just thought, like, FTR are going to be doing the Wembley show, so obviously they're going to be doing All In. Are we going to have to mark ourselves as unsafe again?
I don't know yet, do we?
No, I'm thinking, would they do, and Cope's already raised the spectre of it as well by saying, I think in this up close interview with Renee, said that I don't think I could do a TLC match with, like, the Young Bucks. Like, he said that it'd probably kill him. But now the spectre has been raised, I'm like, are they going to do a 3-way TLC at All In, potentially?
I like that that's how wrestling works. Someone
if someone says,
I definitely can't do this thing, it will definitely kill me. Well, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Like, if they, it's like Chekhov's whatever, like...
Yeah.
Chekhov's TLC match, like... They've mentioned it now. They've raised the spectre of a TLC match. So it's like, maybe that's the thing that'll occur.
It's just like based on that match from Sunday, it feels like a Young Guns match against FTR could go really hard. So it's like, how much do you want to put yourself through in one weekend, lads?
Yeah, that is a fair point. But, you know, I'm thinking they got a bit of the love of the game in them, don't they? I could see it. I could see it happening. You never know.
Let's not borrow trouble from the future. But yeah, interesting. This week's Dynamite seems to have been mildly controversial. Like I saw someone on Threads, I think, say that they had been asked to take off their Abolish ICE shirt to go in. Somebody showed up with a Abolish Brody King sign, which they can absolutely get to fuck.
Yeah, get all the way fucked with that shit. Fucking hell.
And then I've seen a few people say that in the venue they were chanting fuck ICE like a lot in multiple matches.
Yeah.
But you couldn't hear it until the main event. But then you could hear it on the main event, so...
Yeah, it's all a bit weird. There was a lot of weirdness around it. The biggest sort of thing that's come up... I mean, telling people to take their fucking shirts off is nonsense, for a start.
Yeah. Well, but also, I'm always just like, well, is this person just making shit up for social media clout, which is about the saddest thing I can think of.
But when someone took that sign that said Ice Fears Hangman at Daly's place, apparently that was like an externally hired security thing rather than it being like AEW's remits. Apparently, anyway, that was what was said at the time. So who knows, really, with that?
Who knows? Because my only other thought was, how many times are they allowed to broadcast the word fuck in an episode?
True.
Because during the main event, you could hear it.
Yeah,
but
last night somebody said that they were chanting it really, really loud during the Death Riders match and during the Speedball versus Rocky as well. And, like, I watched it back this afternoon, and you could hear it, but it was very quiet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's any kind of, like, watershed with cable TV as well.
That. Or even just, like, you can get away with it. Because there was this whole big thing about, you know, wrestlers being allowed to say shit and on Dynamite, and you kind of only get away with it once. So I'm like, I know it's the crowd, but is there some kind of concern about... I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is political. I was just thinking, like, could there be another explanation? And is there a watershed type thing so that by the time it got to the main event, it's like, well, it's past 10 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, as well, is like nobody's ever going to be transparent about these things. If they're asked,
never know.
We'll get, you know, if the question is ever posed, we'll get the same non-answer we get to anything that like Tony Khan doesn't want to answer. So, like, you know, we will never know if that's the case. But the biggest thing that has caused a bit of a hoo-ha, because everybody was talking about this show, like, in advance. Like, it's the first time people, like, really have talked about, unless there's been a really big match on it, like, talking about an episode being in a place well in advance of it happening. Like, people have been mentioning this for months now. And you would imagine that they would have Brody on the card somewhere. Like, that, you know, just for a cool moment. And, like, I mean, because, like, you know, it's where the chant sort of... It started during a Brody King match and stuff. So, like, that chant, whether people like it being attached to one person or not, it kind of is.
Yeah.
So
I mean, personally, I think we should be chanting it during every single
match
forever,
ever. Yeah. But it has kind of attached itself to Brody to a certain extent. So it was curious that both he wasn't on the card at all, and also Don, who is normally all over a card.
Good point. I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Like there was especially no apart from one, no Don Callis family matches at all on the card. That was curious as well, because it's like, not that Don is connected to Ice in any way, shape or form, or the anti-Ice movement, but
fuck Don Callis, fuck Ice 2 chant.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's the call and response thing. So it was very curious to all of a sudden have two people who are on pretty much every week of Dynamite to suddenly just not be on there at all. Like, because normally you can't escape Don Callis being all over a card.
Exactly.
Like, you know, so that was interesting. And everyone was
suspicious.
Like, this is suspicious. But then, of course, then you get people, Tony Khan's defense squad, as usual, being like, well, you don't know these things, you don't. I'm like, nobody is saying that anything has or hasn't definitely happened, but it is very suspicious.
Yeah, exactly, because there could be 100 reasons, but I think because they're never going to actually outright say anything, and like, I think this is part of my worry, especially with us hearing that we're not going to see Hangman for several months and that Toni Storm's out for the rest of the year, is the perceived progressiveness of AEW generally does actually rely on the talent, and those two are probably leading the way in terms of doing things like saying men's world champion,
saying stuff,
or being visibly queer on TV. And I'm like, if they're not here, is someone going to step up, or are we just going to be very grey and terrible for a bit? Because
neutral. Which is like, I am people, oh well, it shouldn't be bringing politics into it, it should be neutral. And it's
politics is inescapable.
It's inescapable.
Politics is
everywhere.
Everything. Shut up. And it's political every time those fuckers say Toni Storm and her friend Mina Shirakawa. Although I did like that. I was saying I thought it would be fun if they used some sort of period appropriate euphemism if we're not going to say wife.
Yeah.
Just to kind of play into the gimmick. Yeah, it was our pal Chob suggested that the euphemism should be friend of Tony.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah. Are they a friend of Tony? Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Let's keep that. Yeah, it's like whether things are just going to be very sort of grey and neutral. And then you've also got the thing of... See, this was the other thing, because we know that the Ellisons are big MAGA fuckheads who are buying WBD. It also,
that doesn't help, does it?
To keep Brody off the card, like, ignoring the Don thing entirely, keeping Brody off the card, it was more suspicious to keep him off the card than it was to put him on. Like, you would not be getting these questions and people saying, that's suspicious, that's weird, you know, if you'd have just put him in a match on the card. And someone said, well, he's selling his injuries from Swerve. That was 2 weeks ago, for one. And, like, he literally came out at the end of the fucking show. It just didn't happen on TV. And it's like... You know how that would have been rectified is if you swapped the women's title match and the Rush and Darby match around, actually. Like, yeah, you could have done that run-in and had it on TV quite easily. So it's like, it's more suspicious that they made the choice to not do things that they normally do every week.
Ultimately a choice. Everything is ultimately a choice.
It is. And like you can get your hair off about it. that's fine if you think it's a mad conspiracy theory, but it is suspicious. It is suspicious.
Yeah. On the bright side, it does seem that we are marked safe from further Ronda Rousey appearances.
Indeed, yeah, which was another thing that was very funny this week, because it was like this whole business sort of with Toni was obviously a very last minute thing, like her needing to take time off because like they were still advertising the Toni versus Marina match until like Tuesday.
Yeah, apparently she was there on Wednesday as well.
Well, yeah, because they obviously filmed the bit where she was lying in the back. So, yeah, that was very sort of last minute. But you cannot tell me, from the way they were going on commentary and everything else around it, the way they were talking about it on Dynamite the couple of days after, that there wasn't an angle planned for that.
No, because they were talking about the potential for a tag team of Ronda and Marina.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But that does mean that it is possible to shout loud enough.
Yeah, sometimes bullying works.
Someone has to take notice.
Which was another extremely funny thing. It's just going through funny things that have happened this week. But they're not really funny, but they're funny.
No.
Funny haha or funny strange?
Or funny, I'm going to cry.
Yeah. Well, the AEW on TV Blue Sky account, and I think I'll preface this by saying I am fairly sure that is run by a WBD staff member, not anybody that works at AEW, as far as I am aware. Anyway, the page posted this thing where it was like, sort these wrestlers into Harry Potter houses. What?
Fucking hell.
What exactly did you... And it's like ratioed. Completely ratioed to fuck.
Good.
There was every single quote was, no, fuck off.
Nice.
A lot of it was also, why the fuck have you put a non-binary wrestler on here?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
People,
but, like, there is. I have so many things where I'm like, my brain is just like firing in too many directions. This white monster. It's lethal. Number one. Okay, number one. Fuck J.K. Rowling. Number two. They're grown adults. Why would they be in a school?
Yeah. For two, that yes.
Number three. As someone who works in social media, that sounds to me like maybe someone higher up sent an email saying, "Can you do this?" And somebody who spends their career on the internet said, "Don't think it's going to go down well, Chief." And they said, "Don't care, post it anyway."
Post it anyway. Absolutely. I didn't, with no fucking, like, the person who works the social media page, I am sorry we ratioed you. Like, but there was only one way that was ever going to go down.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially on Blue Sky. Like, come on. I mean, apparently allegedly it's still up on Twitter. I don't go on Twitter, so I haven't checked.
I'll go and look now.
You go and look.
Is there an AEW on TV account?
AEW on TV, yeah.
Motherfucking fuckers. Hold on. I just nearly did an Ed Balls.
Oh no!
Types it into it.
No! Not an Ed Balls. They may have taken it down there now.
I hope so. But yeah, I mean, that's fucking transphobia central, isn't it? So
yeah.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah, so they thought they could get away with it on Twitter where all the Nazis live, but on Blue Sky, they got ratioed to hell. It was hilarious. Like, just every single fucking reply was like, nope.
To be fair, a lot of the answers are, why are we doing this? Why are you talking about a transphobic franchise? Fuck this. This is offensive. So,
good. They're getting ratioed
there are
over
some
there
people
as well.
doing it, but yeah. Oh my god, fuck off with the Harry Potter shit. Yeah, exactly.
Good. Well said. I I support you from afar of not being on fucking Nazi Island.
But, that's fucking bullshit. That sucks. That sucks.
So obviously that already, before anything else had happened, this had put
everybody's
people
already in a bad mood.
in a foul mood before we'd even gotten to the show. They posted this like an hour before the show, and I was like, quote posted it, was like, you're gonna have to take this down before it completely kills the vibe for the episode, because fucking hell, what a backfire that was. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Bad.
Bad. I can't believe I watched Revolution and felt positive about my AEW watching again. And then last week we were like, oh, it's a good job we're not recording on Friday because we've had one episode of Dynamite and it was absolutely nothing happened and nothing of interest.
No.
And now we're here and I'm a bit like, I don't know. I was watching it this morning just like, oh, this is fucking annoying on several fronts.
They just keep fucking getting in their own way. Like
they really do.
It would take very little effort not to do these really stupid things that they're doing that they know are going to piss off people. Not people who spend all the time talking shit about AEW anyway, but like the actual fans of the show who want to continue watching. I saw several posts yesterday with like from trans people, and I get corporate synergy. This probably has come from WBD. It has nothing to do with AEW. But doing something like this is like, there are so many trans people who watch AEW who feel like it is safe to watch AEW and be safe from transphobia. You know what J.K. Rowling is funding. You know what she is supporting. And yet you posted that anyway. Whether it's WBD, AEW, whoever did it, you have alienated a bunch of people who watch your show. Whether you intended to or not, and that's a shitty thing to do. And it's like, that post just got taken down with no fucking apology or anything. Like, and it's like, there should have been something, like, oh, you know, we fucked up or whatever. Like, you know, insert general apology post there. But like, it's again, it feels again like there's that disconnect between the fans that they want and the fans that they have.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, it's the same as Blue Sky itself, isn't it? There's the users you have and the users you wanted, and
they are not the same thing. But like, you know, you know, when you sort of cultivate an audience that is leans very left, leans very queer, leans very you know, a lot of trans people watch, and trans and non-binary people watch AEW and feel like that's their safe show where they're not going to run into stupid bigotry.
Yeah.
You know, that is the audience you've got. And I think maybe somebody there needs to be a bit more mindful of that.
I wish that would be the case.
And a lot of women too, like just in general, a lot of
fucking hell, yeah.
I mean, you know, your fandom leans women, you know, and they're the ones, like in general, they're the ones who are buying a lot of the merch, the ones who are spending a lot of money on your content, spreading
and creating content and driving the fandom, and
driving the fandom, which is always the fucking way. And if you seem to be going out of your way to alienate those people, then you know
you're not going to like the backlash.
You're not going to like what comes after.
Abandon you.
Yeah.
Because
at some point, you know, you have to accept that, you know, you've got a varied and diverse fandom. And I'm not saying everything needs to be catered to everybody, because that's how you just end up with beige.
Well, it's not possible, but just don't be fucking bigoted would be a start.
Yeah, just have a think sometimes before you do stuff that is going to inevitably alienate people. Like, it will take very little effort to not alienate people.
I mean, there's something that alienates a very small part of the audience, but was unnecessary as well, that we will come to in a bit. should we try and talk about
Go on, then.
some
Right,
matches?
let's actually get into
I don't know. Just have a rant for a bit. It's fine.
I don't know.
think
I'm having a nice time.
I think it's exactly same. All right, okay. So as you said, we don't know what's happened with Toni Storm, and nor shall we, unless she wants us to know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right now they don't want us to know
these things.
So in terms of character, we got the backstage bit. And then they posted an image on social media that had her dead on the floor, bludgeoned with a shoe.
Yeah.
And then surrounded by sort of clues to other people, which suggested to me that perhaps they hadn't decided what.
Yeah, they've got no fucking idea
because also,
who it's going to be.
if they don't know how long she's out, like, fair enough, cover your bases, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you don't know if it's going to be a year or whatever, like, we don't know what's going to be going on then. But it was a fun image anyway. So in her place, her wife, Mina Shirakawa, stepped in at the last minute to take the no holds barred match against Marina Shafir.
Yeah.
And that was surprisingly fun. There was lots of champagne bottle shenanigans. It ended up splashing all over the camera lens. And I'm like, a camera lens is like waterproof, because we had Hangman bopping his bloody face into it, and then champagne getting spat all over it. It's like, are we going to be like destroying some very expensive equipment here? But it looked cool.
It was, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure, because I'm pretty sure, isn't there like a little kind of shieldy glass shield that goes
You'd
over?
think, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I'm sure
Surely.
it's fine.
Surely. I'm sure it's fine. Other notable bits from this match. This was last week, so I guess I won't spend too much time on it. But there was a table spot where it looked like both of them just fucking hit their heads on the floor, and it was not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
No, because Mina went, Marina did a backdrop, I think it was. Yeah, backdrop off the apron through the table. But Mina did not hit one single bit of that table. She just went straight to the floor, and it was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that probably knocked the wind out of her, I'd imagine.
Not fun.
No.
But she did win in the end with a Storm Zero, so that was nice and poetic and lovely, like that.
Yeah, I was surprised in the end, but I guess the plan was for Toni to beat Marina, and then that would be the end of it. So it was kind of just a case of wrapping it up.
Yeah,
however they could wrap it up. Yeah,
however they could wrap it up. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we could have tried to incorporate some of the story about whether it was or wasn't Marina who sent Mina the flowers, but we're past that now. And also Orange Cassidy's not involved anymore, but bygones.
She came out with the flowers this week, though, didn't she?
She did, yes. This Wednesday, she had a title match against Thekla, and she came out with flowers. And Thekla was an absolute shithouse, and I loved every second of it.
We might have a new Gremlin Queen, you know.
I think we do.
I think we might, yeah.
Sorry, Harley.
Sorry, Harley, we still love you. You can be our Gremlin princess.
But honestly, like, being like, oh, she's got a dance, I can do a dance. And then the amount of rolling around on the floor she was doing.
It was when she was going, like, she was sort of taunting Mina on the floor, and when kind of went, oh, and then kind of flopped over and went, eh.
Oh, she's so good. And when she did a spidery, crawly thing, it really sounded like the crowd lost their minds.
Yeah.
The volume went sky high. That was fun.
She's so fucking good. She's just so charismatic. Like,
yes.
I fully believe she can just control any crowd of people that you stick her in front of. Like, she's insanely good. And, she's re-signed as well. We found out.
I can't believe that they didn't immediately, like, tie her down for an extended period, but hopefully she's got a nice long contract now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because has she been around for about a year now? There or thereabouts?
I guess it must be, but it doesn't feel like, I feel like we only just met her.
I think it could be that she was signed a little bit before she turned up. So, like, that means she's not going anywhere for a while. Yeah, so that's good.
Good. We're keeping her. We've got to keep her. She won the match by pulling out her belt as if she was going to whip Mina with it. So the ref confiscated her belt leaned over the rope to get rid of it, which gave her the chance to pull out some brass knuckles and thump Mina with those instead.
Yeah. It was, so good. It was so good. And also, like, this was, I think this is probably the best match I've seen Mina have in AEW so far. I keep saying that. I'm sure I said it a couple of weeks ago when she was on Ring of Honor, but, like, yeah, I thought that was brilliant, that match. I thought Mina was so strong in that match. Like, she's wrestling kind of more aggressive and more angry, and I think that works.
Yeah.
She's got more of an edge. It's good.
I like that she's got a purpose.
Yeah.
So it really gives it that extra oomph.
But do we think maybe it's going to be discovered after when Toni comes back, whenever that will be, that it was Mina all along?
No. I'm going to predict no. I don't want that to be the case. I don't want that. But I don't think... I think even if they have a plan in mind, I think there will have to be some flexibility built in. Because,
for sure. Because we just don't know what's going to happen.
We just don't know. No. Can't see the future. So.
Although I did see on that picture of Toni, I did see Shida's kendo stick there. So fingers crossed we might see Shida at some point.
Yeah. There was Shida's kendo stick. There was the hammer that Penelope Ford was holding when she was cosplaying Harley Quinn with Megan Bain as Poison Ivy, and it said Megan Bain on it. There was a Sisters of Sin mask. There was a bloody strap. There was something with her tattoo on her arm that was crossed out. But it wasn't the matching one she has with Diana. It
wasn't that one. No, because that was on a leg, wasn't it? The duck.
But there was plenty of stuff in there. There were some things that didn't seem to mean anything. So potentially they just shoved in as much as possible, and it's like, we can just build a story out of this later.
Oh, there was the big
totally
neon M. Mercedes big neon M as well.
/W, because Willow used that upside down as hers. And so that, again, that could go either way. Anything could happen. I hope that when they bring her back, it's satisfying. And I hope it feels like it's soon, but, we don't know. So, yeah. Best not to speculate, I think.
No, definitely not. No, there will be no speculating over here from us.
Whatever it is, she's totally entitled to privacy.
Indeed, yeah.
Over in the men's title, this is the only thing that Tony Khan cares about. So there's quite a lot going on here. So Kenny Omega had challenged Swerve Strickland for his #1 contendership to get the shot at Max. And Kenny was like, okay, but I need you to put something on the line, and that needs to be your EVP status. And they teased us previously that Swerve and Ospreay might win EVP status off the Bucks, and they didn't. And I think I was expecting that Swerve would win and that we would get EVP bad guy Swerve shenanigans. So I sort of feel a bit disappointed by how this shook out.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm not by any means unhappy that Kenny won. But, yeah, I was like thinking maybe like Swerve would win and be EVP, and then he could use that for nefarious purposes.
Yeah.
And like, I was kind of like loving the idea of that, really. But no, it didn't happen.
I don't know why they keep teasing us and it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's very odd, isn't it? Like, unless at some point down the line there is going to be something like that, maybe towards...
Maybe, eventually, when we've stopped biting.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, no, we're actually doing it this time.
Yeah, like maybe towards when, like... Maybe when, like, Kenny and the Bucks are leaving, potentially, like, when their contract's out, if they're not sticking around.
Don't like that thought.
I don't like that thought either, but it's like, I just wonder if maybe they will do that maybe a bit later down the line, and like, because they do keep teasing it, and it's funny that they keep teasing it without doing anything with it.
They did. But obviously, this was a good match. This was a banger match. Some of this looked so fucking nasty.
So nasty, yeah.
These two were out to murder each other.
They very much were. Like, we started out hot, like, right from the beginning. Like, Kenny was, like, smashing Swerve into tables. We were doing pile drivers on the, like, because Swerve fucking loves that spot, doesn't he? The on the railing, the pile driver on the railing spot.
What is wrong with him? That is a horrible spot. I don't like it. Stop doing that. It's so scary. I don't like it.
Oh, man.
He fucking loves it.
So good. So good. I mean, this match was pretty much everything I was hoping it would be and more, really. It was like that, like the avalanche suplex off the top. When they were teasing an avalanche one-winged angel at one point, but they did like an avalanche backdrop. It looked like they were maybe going to do something else and then change their minds and just went for like the high angle slam instead. And the way they both bounced off the canvas when they fell, it was like, oh, how did you not just burst into dust like a moth? Like,
I do not know. I will never know. I will never understand.
I would
wrestlers.
explode like a bag of guts. Like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was watching Dynamite this morning, and my partner was there, and he's like, Rocky Romero does not need to be doing this. Like, Rocky Romero has about 6 different jobs in wrestling. There's no need for him to go in that ring and get beaten up. And yet,
nah, love of the game.
And yet here he is.
Love of the game, baby. Yeah, no, wrestlers are a different breed, a completely different breed. Like, it's. Because you have to be fine with just going out every single week and getting the piss beaten out of you. So it's like, yeah, they're wired different, I think.
Deranged. This is something that we've never managed to get to the bottom of with any of our indie wrestler interviews.
No.
We're going to have to try harder.
We are.
Like, so why? Why do you do this?
Yeah, but the ADHD urge to, yeah, but why though? But why?
Does it not really hurt? Do you not dream of a job where you don't hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
But, you know, I have, like, stupid amounts of pain for, like, literally just existing. So it's like, it's almost like, well, I'd rather it be for a reason than just be achy for no reason at all. Like, at least if there's a cause, you could be like, well, I did a thing.
Yeah, I guess so. So after the match was over, later in the show, MJF came out to do his post-revolution gloat, and he was in ridiculous mood. He did a thing where he was just running around the ring, like bouncing around, going, "Hangman can never, ever, 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 ever challenge ever again," and that was really funny.
It was very funny.
Weirdly.
He's so funny when he wants to be. It was a little bit Jericho coded, that a little bit, because Jericho used to do a thing where he was like, ever.
Oh. But I mean, yes, Max does like his references.
He does, doesn't he?
What a horrible boy.
Horrible boy.
But Kenny came out to interrupt him because this is the rule now, and it's a good rule, which is don't let Max be on a live mic for ages without someone coming in to interrupt.
Yeah.
And Kenny was also in a really weird mood. Like,
he was very giggly,
out, he was like really like smirky. Yeah. I don't know whether he's just like feeling good and happy, but
I hope so. I really hope so.
Talking in a weird, like, everything was a weird intonation. He came out and immediately said, like, "Oh, you'll have to excuse the way I'm dressed," because he was still in his gear and topless, and was like, "And maybe a little bit the way I smell because I just had a match. But what's your excuse?" Ridiculous, Kenneth. He'd just be like, "Oh, you stink." Cool. And then he was chatting away, and then he did a bit where he was like, "Oh, I can't remember the exact intonation, but it was like, you'd even go so far as to call yourself the devil." I was like, what are you doing? What is happening?
See, someone said that, like, this sort of version of face Kenny is very much like just earnest dork, which I think maybe might, like, very slightly more close to Kenny, the man who plays Kenny, than like the usual
Possibly.
anime protagonist type thing that he does. I think he's just having a laugh, and I love that. It seems like he's having a fun time, and it's been a while since it seemed like Kenny has been having a good time at work, like on the telly.
Well, he's been like in pain for a lot of it.
Yeah, and because it's hard.
Issues.
It is so hard to be like perky and bouncy and, you know, when you're in pain all the time. So I completely relate to that. That's, you know, I get that completely. But yeah, it seems like he's having a fun time at the minute. I hope he is. Yeah.
So he basically said, Max, you say you're the devil. Some people say I'm the god of pro wrestling, so I guess it's the devil versus God. Sure. Dynasty. That's what's going to happen. Cool. So we're going to have a contract signing next week. And again, Kenny was on one because they did a backstage interview with Renee and he was like, oh, typical Max, all this chicanery, skullduggery and tomfoolery. I instantly was like, that is the tagline for this podcast, yeah. Chicanery, skullduggery and tomfoolery. And then Speedball popped in and was like, hey, Kenny, you are the god of pro wrestling. P.S. Can I have a title shot? And then shook his hand for an uncomfortably long time.
Did you hear when it faded out just as he said it? Kenny had, like, they were shaking hands and Speedball wasn't letting go. And Kenny goes, hey, you can let go there now, pal. And Speedball went, I don't want to. Really quietly.
Speedball. Speedball, you're our only hope. Funny. You have to keep the non-binary, queer, chaotic dream alive.
Yeah, we need you, Speedy. Oh, dear. But yeah, that just absolutely killed me. I just delightful. So quiet. Like, I don't want
That's to. Beautiful. And then I had sort of tuned out. I think there was a demand promo at some point.
Yeah.
But Kenny will be teaming with Jack Perry and Brody King because they were the first three guys that Tony Khan saw in the corridor, I guess, against the demand next week.
Yeah. Which will be a fun match. And it's in Winnipeg as well, which is, of course, Kenny's hometown. So, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because someone sort of posted, probably a bit prematurely, oh, so they're going to have Kenny in Winnipeg and he's not even going to have a match. Oh, yeah, that's just awesome. And then, like, they announced that in, like, a social media video afterwards. It was like, I may have reacted too soon.
Just goes to show.
That back.
Yeah. Oh, good. So that side of things with the Swerve and the Kenny and the MJF of it all is sort of ticking along quite nicely. Oh, quite happy with all of that.
Can I just squeal about something else as well? Swerve's gear that he had on for this match, when he came out with the silver like waistcoat and cape on it, that gear was a replica of Kenny's gear that he wore at Full Gear 21 when he had the match for the world title with Hangman. And it was the match where obviously Hangman beat Kenny for the world title. And I was like, these three men keep doing little nods and references to each other, and it's like my endless source of dopamine.
Oh, that's really fun.
It's so fun.
It feels like the Elite are always doing that kind of shit, but for Swerve to be doing it as well is lovely. I love that.
I like, we've sort of, me and T'other Alpha talked about this before. It's like, there are the Elite, like the Elite as in the faction, the Elite. But I think it has more members than we know in a lot of ways. Yeah. Like, Swerve, Ospreay, Mox. Like, there are just sort of that little core group of people who sort of like, they are not in the Elite, but they are secretly.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. From the lovely thing to the less lovely thing, and I might really try and speed through this because I'm so unhappy with it. Darby Allin is still banging on about wanting the title. Last week on the most cursed Dynamite, he had a coffin match against Gabe Kidd, which started in the car park with Darby chloroforming Gabe, putting him in the boot of the car, and then flipping the car over. And I was just like, I'm out. I don't like this. I can't tell you why. I love stupidity and I love props. This, I was like, I fucking hate this, and I hate it.
It's just, I think it's just weird because, and see, at the same time, I'm like, I know we've got a thing for cool heels, like, and I quite like the idea of cool baby faces as well. Like, so that not all baby faces are sort of white meat heroes who are whiter than white and never do anything wrong. Like, I think I like faces who will play the heel at their own game. So I like that as a concept, but for some reason, Darby just pisses me the fuck off. And I don't know what it is, man. I'm just like, I
just don't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't like him. I think part of it is, I think the chloroforming, and I'm really trying to like figure this out, because I really disliked it when he did it before as well. And I think it's because it's such a cheat. Like, it's not something your opponent can fight back against.
No.
And I feel like you shouldn't do that if you're a babyface. Like, it's one thing to use weapons, but that feels
like it's slightly more over the line, isn't it? Yeah.
And that feels ridiculous. Like, this is a sport where people are hitting each other with light tubes, but like, yeah.
If it's like weapons versus weapons, that kind of feels like a fair fight. But like,
but a handful of drugs in your face.
No,
that's not okay.
No,
I don't like it. There's something almost too. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. It just really doesn't work for me. And this whole match, I was just like, I don't care. I don't want it. I hate it. It's a coffin match. I should be here for it. Bored. Hate it. Don't want it.
I did kind of enjoy Rush just chucking him around like a.
Now we're speeding forward though, because
we're on Gabe Kidd, aren't we? Yeah. So I didn't like the Gabe match much. No, it was
over it. No, hate it.
Yeah, the straight jacket thing as well. That was a bit. Again, it was a bit like while I am on board with the concept of cool heels using weapons, it was all a bit. I don't know, there's just something about the way, like, Darby things tend to go that just piss me off. Because it's like, just as a general rule, it's like, dude gets the piss beaten out of him for like 20 minutes and then scores a lucky roll-up and wins. But it's like, what has he done to earn that other than get chucked into things and stuff?
Well, I heard he climbed a mountain.
Well, I mean, yeah, can't argue with that, I suppose.
Go find a fucking another one. So we also saw Rush, I think, on one of the collisions. It didn't help that this week, though, the collision was cut in half because of basketball.
Yeah.
So we saw Rush get a delivery from John Cruz, which was like a bribe from MJF. And Don Callis was on FaceTime saying, yeah, accept this. And it was to take out Darby. So Rush was due to have a no count-out match against Darby, which was the main
weird
event of Dynamite, because fuck you, Tony Khan, I hate you. What? Yeah, I was. What's the point of a no count-out?
Yeah, because they're so lax with count-outs anyway. It seemed a bit like... Well, it might as well be a no count-out match pretty much every match. Like, it seemed like a weird stip to put on it, to me.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out, like, who it was supposed to give an advantage to, or if there was supposed to be something they were going to... But I didn't notice if there was anything, like, in the match that justified doing that.
No, I don't think there was, to be honest, because they did keep sort of going in and out of the ring. Like, it...
But, like, that could be, like, a no DQ thing. Like,
yeah.
It was weird that they specified, like... No count out. I don't know.
It was strange.
Somebody smarter than me can explain. But that happened. Like you say, Rush was throwing him about. But I kind of got to the end of my patience with this episode and with Darby, and I was just like, I just don't care. Can you just fuck off? No,
that's fair. Yeah. I don't know. It's just something isn't clicking for me, and I think something never has really clicked with me. Like, because I feel like. A lot of the time, once you've seen one Darby match, you've seen every Darby match. Like, and I know you could say something similar about other wrestlers, potentially, but it's only with him that it bothers me. Like, it's like, there's only so many times I can watch somebody getting chucked off a thing or through
Yeah.
some glass, or like, it's like, yeah, cool, we've seen it now, though. Like, I have seen that many, many, many times. Like, it's gnarly, sure, but like, you know, the novelty wears off, I think, after a while for me. I just don't get anything out of it, really. Like, I would be more surprised if he had just had a straight fucking match at this point.
Well, this is the thing, right? You need to build to a big shock moment. You need peaks and troughs, and he doesn't really do that. So yeah, you need like 5 straight wrestling matches where he doesn't do any fuckery, and then you'll be shocked the next time he jumps off something. Or
yeah.
But something about the car flipping and the chloroforming, it just really pushed me over the edge, and it was like, I just don't want to see. I hate you. Go away.
Yeah, it does give me the ick a little bit, and it's like, yeah, I'm just bored. I'm bored.
The only good thing was that the post-match beatdown by the Don Callis family gave us a hood up tits out Trent appearance.
Yay! Hood up tits out!
Trent's allowed back on Dynamite. Trent's allowed back on Dynamite, because last week as well, and I'd completely forgotten about this in all my haze of just being annoyed, we had RPG Vice and Okada against Jack Perry and the Bucks last week.
We did. Oh, yeah, no, to be fair, that was the high point of that fucking episode, was that match.
It was.
That match was great.
Yeah. It was great. It's really fun.
It was super fun. And I also really enjoyed the ease with which Davis picked up Darby and got him in the close your eyes and count to fuck. I love that. I love that move. I love the name of the move. I'm going to continue calling it
Which
what
they
it's
never
called.
say.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Yeah, but this is what I'm like. You can't say close your eyes and count to fuck, but can you let the crowd chant fuck ice 50 times and that's somehow fine?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I don't know.
Weird. But
we need to say something else that's not a swear word, maybe.
I guess the thing is with the crowd, it's like that AEW can't be held responsible, whereas if it comes from a wrestler, it can, or commentary, it can, I guess. There must be some kind of rule like that, because otherwise, like,
I don't know.
Every TV show would, like, that somehow ends up with a swear from, like, someone completely unconnected into it. Like, it would, you know what I mean? Like, they must be a thing where they're not responsible for, like, things people, like, the public say and stuff.
Yeah, surely. We also had a really, really joyful Jurassic Express video package last week where Luchasaurus was driving the cutest little Jurassic Express, like a literal Jurassic Express bus, and Jack Perry put his hand out to feed a squirrel, and I didn't go back and check because I want to believe it was a real squirrel, and I'm scared if I look more closely it won't be a real squirrel.
Did you not see the?
He's got a pet.
Did you not see the video? Did you not see the video?
No,
there was a video. Jack's got a pet squirrel. He has a pet squirrel.
Oh my God.
Jack is a Disney princess. Jack Perry is a Disney princess.
There's an Enid Blyton book that I read when I was a kid, obviously, because as an adult I'd be like, kind of racist. But I read as a kid where one of the children, it wasn't a famous five, but it was a similar like setup. Yeah. They had like a pet squirrel, but it lived in the woods, but they could go to the woods and it would just come and sit on their shoulder. And I always thought that was so cool and that was what I wanted. So I can't believe that Jack Perry has made that reality.
He's made like
You can domesticate a squirrel.
Well, I think it lives outside, but he's built it like like how people have a catio. He's like built that for the squirrel, and the squirrel just kind of lives and hangs out at his garden. I think, did it say he rescued it when it was a baby? Something like that.
That's too cute to be real.
It's true. There is a whole video with him with his squirrel, and he's like he fed it and stuff, and now it just hangs out at his house but it'll like jump off stuff and land on him and get like treats and things, and it's the cutest thing. I'm gonna have to find the video now.
I don't know what I've been doing. I've just not been
don't know
on the right internet
because it was going around like a few weeks ago.
No one has sent this to me. I need it. Okay, that is joyful. I will watch that and enjoy that later. In terms of other stuff, we are rocketing towards Dynasty, so we are setting up some matches. So Jon Moxley is going to fight Will Ospreay at Dynasty.
Yeah.
And in the lead up to that, Will Ospreay is going to fight Pac next week. And Ospreay has upset all the Geordies that we know.
Yeah.
by
fuming the app.
being bigoted against Geordies.
Yeah, we're going to have to book Mafu from Botchamania versus Will Ospreay at some point. He's well mad.
Also, Will Ospreay, you're from Essex, mate. Like...
People in glass houses, William.
I guess Pac has plenty of material to throw back at him if he wants to.
Yeah. I'm sure they've got plenty of material between them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's happening. It's fine. Like, obviously the Death Riders are the kayfabe reason that Will had to go and have surgery, so it all makes sense. I just don't really feel it right now, but I'm sure it'll be a great match.
It will be a great match, for
whatever,
sure.
You know.
I am kind of living for Mox for like 2 weeks in a row, talking to Will like he's a 7-year-old. I think that's the funniest thing ever. It's like, because Mox is just like, oh, Will, you've been having some big feelings. It's like...
Oh, you horrible man, you horrible condescending man.
I absolutely love it.
If their kids are about the same age. Wow.
Maybe,
that's
yeah,
a weird thing to think about.
It's just, oh my God, it kills me. Like, and then he kept doing it, and he did a promo in the ring this week, and he was like, it's like, oh, you better watch out. Your mouth's not gonna get you in trouble.
Dear. Oh, dear.
Oh, I love him. I love Mox so fucking much. But yeah, that match is going to be good. We know it's going to be great. So yeah, cool.
And I'm sure the Pac match will be good. And
I'm probably more excited about that than I am about the Mox match. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's going to be some flippy bullshit. I'm excited for it.
Speaking of wrestlers who have unique physicality, Lio Rush came back to the pay-per-view, spooky, bold, creepy contact lenses. And then he had a match against Tommaso Ciampa, well, spooky boy. People don't like it. He is terrifying, and I love it. I love spooky Lio Rush, and I think Lio Rush should be allowed to be as spooky as he wants. I think they should let him be actual magic, spooky gimmicks all the way. The more supernatural, the better, and all the fun police can fuck right off.
Yeah, it's so fucking po-faced and miserable. Like, AEW is good because it's a variety bag of stuff. Like, you get your techers, you get your hardcore stuff, you get your funny stuff, you get, flippy shit, all kinds of, like, you get drama and all this. Like, so why can't we have a bit of spooky shit? I don't see the issue.
Because people want to try to pretend it's a sports-based presentation and it's a real sport. And obviously, yes, it's very athletic. But we all know it's fucking fake. Yeah. So why can't we have, like... I don't know whether it's like some kind of like backlash against feeling like it makes wrestling look like it's for kids or what, but personally I think you should let Lio Rush be possessed if he wants to.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't even, if you're that opposed, you don't even need to bring like real life, like, not real life, but like spooky shit into it, like the supernatural stuff. You don't even need to bring that into it because it's still a fun gimmick if he just has, had some kind of breakdown and believes he is that thing. Do you know what I mean?
If he's just a goth.
Maybe he's just a goth.
Also,
it's goth erasure.
If you don't like it, do what I do when FTR are on and just look at your phone for 10 minutes and then he'll be gone.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, I do think they should let him win a bit because he's possessed by a demon. And if he doesn't win, that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. I just love his sort of, like crawling around and giggling.
He moves so weird.
So weird.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I love it. Let the man be spooky. God damn it.
Let the man be spooky.
Let the goths have one thing.
I wish that he had his... Yeah, let goths have one thing. I wish that he had his nice music that he had on the indies, but I'm sure that his other music is also good, but it's not. I wanted to hear the Black
I haven't
music.
really heard it enough yet to
listen to the new one yet, but I wanted to hear that one and it wasn't that one. I was sad. Oh well. It's fine, we'll get over it. That's basically all the storylines that I'm not even into because some of them I'm not, but like everything else feels a bit like it's just happening. I don't know. It just feels a bit disconnected and weird at the moment to me. It just feels like a bit like, who's here? Let's just bang something together.
I think particularly that episode after Revolution, and I understand it to a point, because it was like, obviously they were waiting to see who was okay to be cleared, and that's fine. But it was just sort of a bit nothingy, like last week.
Yeah, but I still kind of felt that through this week as well. It didn't quite feel like it had come back together yet.
I think maybe if they'd have slapped, if they hadn't have put you in a bad mood in the first place by not having the women main event, but I also think maybe if they'd have thrown a PWG party match in there, I think that would have just given it a little bit of zhuzh.
They did a thing that I really didn't like, where they've had Roddy decide that he actually now is a conglomerator and he loves Orange Cassidy, as he should. But for some reason, those guys are still fighting the dogs, even though that's like Darby's feud that they've got sucked into.
Yeah.
But Darby's like fucked off and they're still doing it. And also, the show had FTR come out ahead of that match. And then like Orange Cassidy was kind of getting into it a bit with FTR. And I was like, oh, that's some evil monkey's paw drama.
Yeah.
If I've gone, can we get Orange Cassidy out of this fucking feud with the dogs? And Tony Khan says, sure. Now he's in a feud with FTR. I'll be like, no, that wasn't what I wanted.
Although I think possibly not anything. It might not be like a long-term thing. I think they're probably just going to get a match, title match maybe before the pay-per-view.
But even so, let me enjoy my Orange Cassidy time without stinking the place up.
I did quite enjoy, like, because FTR started shoving Orange around, and then sort of Roddy dived in and started beating them up, and it was very much like, never talk to me or my son ever again, and I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's ideally they would be feuding with FTR, but I do think it's just going to be one match, I bet, if anything.
Yeah, I know, but give him a storyline. Let him interact with Trent.
Yeah. Yeah, because we haven't revisited that yet at all.
No.
Like, and we should.
And now Trent's allowed on the TV again.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't for so long, but now he is.
It is weird that we haven't done that yet. Like, RPG Vice versus, well, then I suppose there was a whole thing, like, with Roddy and Orange getting back, like, friends again. So maybe it'll happen
now they're friends. They could fight RPG Vice. They could. They could.
Let's pick that up again. That's way more interesting than fucking those two versus FTR. Come on.
It is. I think that's everything that's like just scanning the rest of the grab bag. It's like, I think we've sort of covered pretty much everything. The only other thing is that Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita still love each other, but I think that we knew that and we expected.
They were just having a rough patch. There was a speed bump. They're fine.
I think, I do still think that we might be heading for them both leaving the Don Callis family, but I think they will go together.
I hope they go together. I like the spirit of friendship being kept alive on AEW, and I hope they do leave together rather than them like splitting or whatever.
They're clinging.
But what if I thought of a sad thing? Like, what if?
Oh no!
What if like, Kyle and because it'll be Okada's fault. It's all right. We'll just blame Okada. It's fine.
Okay. We'll blame Okada. Blame
Okada. He's fine with
it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that wasn't as I don't know. I was kind of expecting to just turn out and be like, I've got nothing to say about any of this. I don't like anything. Everything's making me sad. But it didn't. We found some joy, and I will very much look forward to seeing Jack Perry's pet squirrel.
Yeah, I can't believe, I literally cannot believe you haven't seen Jack Squirrel. I'm going to have to go find the video.
Oh shit, I forgot. I've dropped the ball completely because we haven't had our things that are making us happy for the last couple of episodes.
We have not.
Because there was nothing. Do you have what's making you happy this week?
The thing that made me most happy this week, and it was such a small fucking thing as well, was the bit with just Speedball and Kenny in that little promo with the handshake and you can let go now.
No. I'll never let go, Kenny. I'll never let go. Oh,
It was just, that tickled me so bad. Joyful. Loved it.
lovely.
And also Swerve's gear for this week. Swerve's gear was iconic. Loved it.
That's really good attention to detail on both his part and your part for knowing that. I would not know that.
I properly did the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV thing. I was like, ah!
Good. Well, my happy thing of the week is that Sunshine Machine, or rather The Machine, are doing some silly social media things where like Mambo's in like a shirt and tie and pretending to be a very serious interviewer, asking TK how he feels about the injustices that RevPro have served upon him. And it's like a proper sit-down interview. And they've chopped it up into like three or four parts. They published the second part today. And they're so silly.
I need to go and watch this, don't I?
Yes, especially because Mambo is like clearly like half a second from corpsing. Wonderful.
Brilliant. Aww.
So that was nice.
Love them.
I like that. I like my guys. Yeah, I miss them. I haven't seen them. That was the weird thing about this RevPro weekend. I was like, I went to 2 RevPro shows in 2 days, and there was no David Francisco. There was no Sunshine.
I was going to say, none of the boys were there, were they?
No.
Boo.
But there was a match where Slater Dojo teamed up with the Young Guns against CPF and their CPFs, which included Leighton Buzzard, and Leighton Buzzard had his very own customised CPF jumpsuit, and that made me really happy too.
Love that. I think, you know what? I need to go back and watch that one, because I think I was making dinner just at the start of the show, so I think was it on quite early on the card?
I think so.
Yeah. I think I missed about like half an hour. When did it start? About 4, and I think I jumped on at about past. So I think I missed about 2 matches.
It started late as well. I can't remember, but also they just kept adding more matches.
They did.
This match is not on the card. What is happening? There's just a random contenders match, but yeah, they've got 3 contenders they've started putting on shows, and I really like them all. They're really fun.
Cool.
So that's a nice thing.
Yay! Love that.
Okay, well, there we go. We did still manage to find some joy. There is always joy to be found if you look for it. Like
always.
What did we called ourselves something like Joy hunting truffle pigs at one point?
We did. Yeah, Joy hunting truffle pigs. I think that.
That's what we are. That's what we have to be. That's what we're forced to be in the way the world is. We should just be, I don't know, just receiving joy from the universe. But no, we have to go root it out.
God damn it. Stupid universe.
God damn it. Stupid Tony Khan.
Tony Khan! This is your fault, Tony Khan. Oh, dear.
Indeed. So yeah, we will be back with you next Saturday. If you enjoyed this episode, please do the things: rate, review, subscribe, leave comments, tell your friends, tell your grandma, listen on YouTube. Even if you subscribed on Apple Podcast or Spotify or whatever, if you could just go and like subscribe on YouTube, that would be really helpful. Yes. Don't have to watch it, just subscribe.
Or if you really wanted to, just stick it on in the background and put it on mute. That also counts.
Just need the numbers there. Not desperate at all. Did you see that email we got about nominating ourselves for a sports podcast award?
Oh my gosh.
No. I was like, maybe I'll do it for a laugh, and then I looked at it and they were like, it costs £100. I was like,
nah. That's an expensive laugh. We'll leave it.
Yeah, indeed. You can follow us on Blue Sky. We are wafflybollocks.bsky.social, awfullywaffly.bsky.social, and rassletrash.bsky.social. You can email wafflybollocks@gmail.com, and you can get all your Silly Graps merch, t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, etc. from co-fi.com/rassletrash/shop.
Aye, and if you use the code BSkyBaby, you get 10% off at the checkout.
Hey! See you next time. Bye!
Bye! Love you, bye!